right, this is Geometry Chapter 9, Lesson 5. Lesson 5 is on Pythagorean theorem. When do we use the Pythagorean theorem?
Ooh.
Yes, what, Abby?
To find the hypotenuse. Wait.
Right triangles.
Maybe to find the hypotenuse, but only when we have a right triangle.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so I have a question. If I give you that, can you, actually, if I give you that,
No,
No.
it's not a right triangle.
You messed it up.
We don't know.
can you prove it's a right triangle?
No.
No. No.
Oh, I could.
Do
Well,
it.
Of course you could. You're magic.
Do it.
Of course you did.
How can we prove that a triangle is a right triangle?
I can prove it. I just want to see you do
When
it.
do we know a right triangle is a right triangle?
When they put the
Just do
marks.
a squared. Plus b squared.
Okay, so we can use Pythagorean's theorem,
So
a
like
squared.
25 plus 124.
Okay, wait. Let's, yes. How do I decide which value is C if I don't know?
The longest.
Which one?
The hypotenuse, the longest one.
Okay, there's no, it's the longest side. C is always the longest side if it's not marked, okay? So, is 5 squared plus 12 squared equal 13 squared? 5 squared is?
25, 144, 169.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
So what can you say about that triangle?
It's a
Right triangle.
It is a right
Wait,
triangle.
why does that prove that?
Because 100% of the time, when a squared plus b squared equals c squared, it's a right triangle.
So if the Pythagorean
That
theorem
is so much simpler than the squares.
Okay,
if you look at the picture in the top right.
I'm gonna change this.
One day, Nope, doesn't work. Don't work. It don't work. It don't work, Chief.
Okay,
It ain't no right
let's do
triangle.
it. Let's do it.
But it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
25 plus 144 does not equal.
Equals 12.5 squared. I need somebody to do 12.5 squared in their calculator. We knew that was
Oh, wait,
169.
I got it. 12.5. Got it.
25 over 4.
156.25.
I literally just said that.
I said it faster.
Okay, it does not equal. Everybody look,
That ain't right, Chief. That ain't it, Chief.
it's not right. Literally, it's not right. But look, when a squared plus b squared is greater than c squared, everybody look, this is what you have to know. We have an acute triangle.
It's a cute.
It's
a
cute.
little cutie.
That's what I'm
That's right.
Look at all those little cuties.
Yes.
Little cute.
Little cute, little life for
So this
All
angle,
little cuties.
this angle is less than 90 degrees. Yes.
If you just draw out a triangle and make sure that like, you know one of its angles is 90 degrees, and then you make sure that like all the sides are like full inches or feet or whatever numbers and not like decimals. Well, then will it always be like the length of the sides if you measure them to the correct length? And a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Will that always work?
It always works if this is a right angle.
Like always.
100%. Isn't that amazing?
Yes. I'll probably go home and
Yes.
Shower for 3
Okay, but
I do sit in the shower.
ladies and gentlemen, this is what you need to know, and you have to know this for the test. If c squared is less than, if the longest side squared is less than the sum of the other two sides squared, then we have an acute triangle. Okay, now what if
Up to you.
Does that mean?
I changed it to 15.
Obtuse.
It ain't work, but it's big.
Okay, let's work it. When a squared plus b squared is less than c squared, which is 169 is less than what's 15 squared? 225. Then we have an obtuse
Obtuse all.
triangle.
Obtuse Ollie. I
Hey,
like that
Alice.
one.
Hey, Alice.
Acute L.
You got it? All right, I don't see everyone writing this down because I just said this is going to be on the test. I may give you a triangle. All right, so now I'm just going to make up a triangle.
Hold up.
All right,
Hold up, wait.
We can use my
tell me what kind of triangle this triangle is. The one with the sides. 4, 7. Okay, Landry's gonna give the answer. However, we're gonna wait and let everybody do it. Got it?
Oh, it's not. It ain't even close.
What type of triangle is it,
Obtuse.
Landry?
Sorry, wait, I did it wrong. I originally I thought you.
Check it. There we go. Check it.
What?
Yeah, it's a cube, right?
That's cute.
Yeah.
How?
There is no way that is
Yeah,
a cube.
there's absolutely.
Obtuse. It's a
Yeah, it's so obviously.
16 plus 49. What is its relation?
Wait,
What's 13 times 13?
169.
160.
Home
Yeah.
size.
hold up.
What? Are you telling me that 16 plus 49 is greater than
No, I'm
169?
saying, I thought it was
Oh,
lower
I
than
got
that.
it mixed
Look
up.
right
I got it
here.
Mixed up.
So you better write it down.
I did write it down.
Wait, it's obtuse?
Still got it mixed
It's obtuse.
What? But 7 squared times 4 squared is a 700.
No, we're not multiplying. It's
7
4 squared
Times
plus
4
7
squared.
squared.
Sorry.
You got
It's 4
the
squared plus 7 squared.
No, I
Plus.
mixed up my signs. That's what it is.
How did?
All right?
Wait.
It didn't happen. Don't look
Makes
at
sense
it.
now.
Called dyslexia.
Okay?
It's called stupid. It's called dumb.
No.
All right. Y'all figure this one out. I don't know this one. I
Okay.
think I know.
I got it.
I really want to see what Elliot says.
Wait, I want to.
Okay. Just a minute.
Which one is it?
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I want everyone to know first.
182.
Does everybody have it?
No.
Did y'all calculate it? Chris, did you calculate it? What is it, Elliot? It's a cute. It's a cute.
Oh my.
It's the numbers.
Wait, did you not get that?
No, I did. So I got 81 plus 32.
32.
36.
Oh, 36. I'm so dumb.
How does it relate to 100?
What grade are we?
I thought the project was
Okay. All right, so you get it? When that longest side isn't long enough to at least equal it, then we've made that angle shorter, less than 90 degrees. When that longest side is so long that when we square it, it's greater than the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then it stretches that angle beyond 90 degrees. All right, so let's look at some triangles. And let's see how I'm going to tell you these are right triangles. All right, how are we going to solve for side x?
Oh, c squared minus a squared. Or b squared, whichever one that would be. But we do.
Okay,
30 squared minus.
Wait just a minute. Ari,
Can't you just straight subtract 18 minus 30?
no, you cannot. They don't always, the sides don't always equal.
Okay.
What's the formula? Somebody tell me.
Wait, it's
C squared minus B squared equals A squared.
So you just do algebra.
No.
No, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
X squared plus 18 squared equals 30
24.
squared.
24.
Everybody look.
We subtract the 18.
Okay, so we have X squared is 30 squared minus 18 squared. What do I do next? I don't want X squared, I want X.
You multiply 30 times 30.
No, you subtract the 30.
Yeah, it's 24.
You have to solve, don't you, like x squared equals 30 squared minus 18 squared, so wouldn't you have to solve the squares and then subtract
Yeah.
out the x?
Yeah.
You simplify.
You do
That's what I
it.
did.
Just stop us from answering.
Yes,
You do it.
stop it, because you're all wrong. Look, everybody look. I take the square root
What?
of both sides.
So what would it be?
So that X is the square root of the hypotenuse squared minus the leg squared. So a leg equals the square root of the hypotenuse squared, we'll say that's leg 1, right? Minus the other leg squared.
So what's the answer?
Well, I don't know. What's 30 squared minus 18 squared?
That's
If I
what we
did-
were saying to do, right?
But then you didn't take the square root. You never
Oh,
said.
we didn't get that far. We didn't get that
Take
far.
the square root.
I did. It's 24.
Did everybody get 24? All right, so when we're solving for one of the legs, this is what I want you to know. The length of a leg equals the square root of the hypotenuse squared minus the leg squared, the other leg squared. All right, now, what about when I am solving for the hypotenuse?
If it's a right triangle, then we have to know that 12 is 144 plus 81.
All right, so this is leg squared plus the other leg squared
Got it.
equals the hypotenuse squared.
15.
So I take the square root of both sides. So the hypotenuse is the square root of a squared plus b squared, the legs. All right, so what's the square root of 12 squared plus 9 squared equals the hypotenuse?
15.
Got 15? You got 15? Anybody else get 15? Make sure you get 15.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay.